Hey guys, Britt here. So as you know, I play a lot of Adopt Me, and I am always running into scammers. So this girl in my server in the rainbow dress, she was saying that she could double pets, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to see if she can double my pet. But not really, guys, because pets cannot be doubled in Adopt Me. This is a total scam. So I wanted to follow along to see if she would scam me for my pet. And I feel like I hooked her because I told her that I wanted her to double my balloon unicorn, or I asked her if she could double it. One of the first things I did was ask her how much it cost, and she told me it was free. So I was definitely going to try this. She sent me a trade request, and then I checked out her profile and there was absolutely nothing on it. Then she asked me to wait for her. I waited for her for a little bit, probably because she was scamming someone else. When she sent me another trade request, I started asking her lots of questions. I asked her, how do you do it? And she said that it was a glitch or something. So I asked her if she could teach me, and she told me it was complicated. I asked her if we were going to go to the neon cave or if there was like a special spot that we needed to do, and she said that it was on the house, whatever that means. Then she said something really interesting. She said, I like your personality. Now, this doesn't seem so strange, but I've had lots of scammers say things like, I like your outfit or whatever. It's like they're trying to be your friend or make you comfortable with them so that you don't think that they're going to scam you. Guys, anytime you're in a game like Adopt Me or any other game and you feel like someone may be trying to scam you, the chances are that they probably are trying to scam you, so don't do it. Don't give people your pets and think that they're going to give you something back better. Okay, so this whole time she thought she was going to get my balloon unicorn that she could double it for me. So I asked her, can we try with a different pet first? I said, surely you wouldn't scam, but just in case. And she said, sure. So I'm definitely not giving her my balloon unicorn. Guys, I actually wouldn't trust anybody with my balloon unicorn. Okay, so after this, she asked me to follow her. I followed her all the way to the premium plot that's over by the campground. So as soon as we get to that plot, I'm actually going to put my house there. And then I want you guys to notice this person that's behind me that's also been following us. Because you will not believe what this girl did to me after this happened, after this scam. Okay, so here she is, and I just want you guys to notice her and remember her for later. This girl that says, poor, please help. And she has like a yellow hat on. Just remember her for after this scam that we already have going on. But back to the girl with the rainbow dress. So I love 99 rice cakes. She sends me another trade request, and notice that we're not on a house. We're just like outside my house over by the campgrounds. Because remember, she said that this glitch needs to take place like on a house. At first, I was going to trade her a minion chick and see if she would double that, but then I changed my mind and was like, I don't even want her to have a legendary. So I asked her if I could pick my favorite pet, and I picked the toy poodle. And then we go ahead and trade, so now all she has of mine is a toy poodle. Guys, there was no way I wanted to give her any kind of pet because I know she's going to scam me, but let's just see how this plays out. After she has my toy poodle, she says thanks, and I'm like, for what? I'm really surprised that she didn't just leave right after that, after I gave her my toy poodle, but instead she sent me another trade request, and then she started asking me if there was any more pets that I wanted her to double. I mean, really, if this wasn't a scam, then she would be giving me back 2 toy poodles right now instead of asking me for more pets to double. So this is when I tried to make her feel really guilty about trying to take my toy poodle. I told her how the toy poodle is my favorite and it's also my sister's favorite, how I have a neon but my sister really wants a neon, and so I need more toy poodles to be able to make her a neon. And then I started telling her how awesome she was and what a good person she was and how she was making my life so much brighter that she was doing this. But guys, really, I was just trying to make her feel really guilty if she was planning on taking my toy poodle. Because if you're watching this and you're a scammer, scamming is totally wrong. It's not okay to do. But then she just kept asking me if there were more pets that I wanted to double, and was I sure that that was the only pet that I wanted to double. So then I asked her if it worked, and she said it did. So let's see what happens next. I thought she was probably getting ready to leave the game with my pet, so I decided to tell her that I was going to give her something because she had been so nice. And she just wanted to make sure that I was sure that that was the only pet I wanted her to double. So I asked her what her favorite color was because I figured that I could pick out a pet that color and give it to her, and so I told her so. I also want you guys to notice that that other girl that I was talking about earlier that had followed us is still standing here next to both of us while this whole thing is going on. I was really trying to get this girl to just stay in the game, and I even asked her if she could double the pets that she had just doubled so I could have enough to make a neon. But all she kept doing the whole time that I was trying to talk to her and make her feel guilty was she just kept asking me if there were more pets. Guys, you cannot double pets. This was a total scam from the beginning. And I just kept telling her, no, thank you. I'm so happy to just have another toy poodle. And you were just such an awesome person. And thank you so much for doing this. Like, what a kind person. So eventually she put the toy poodle back in the trade. And then she said, you stink. And then the trade didn't go through. So she did end up keeping my pet. Thank goodness I didn't give her like a really good pet, but what a scammer. And then as soon as she said, you stink, she actually left the game. And then remember the girl that was standing and had followed us and was standing there the whole time? She sent me a trade request and she had just watched this whole thing go down. And I just said pets cannot be doubled. But the very first thing that she typed to me was, I know how to double pets. And I'm like, this can just not really seriously be happening. So I go through this whole thing with her about how pets can't be doubled, and she said they can. And then I said, if you can double pets, how come your name is Poor Please Help? So then she told me she was on an alt account, and then she was going to go get her main account and prove it. So she went and got her main account, and then she came over to me, and there she is. And so she's getting ready to send me a trade request. She started adding in a bunch of pets, and she thought that this proved something, but I said, well, where are the duplicates? Because none of them were double the pets. So then it was so funny because she actually said that the ones that she had doubled were actually untradeable, so she couldn't add them into the trade. And I'm like, oh my gosh, seriously? Like, how are you supposed to trade me those pets that you double of mine? So then I just kept going, and I'm like, why did I take so much time on this? But I was trying to prove to her that I know that you're trying to scam. I know that you can't double pets. So I said, why don't you put those pets in your profile? And then if you put them in your profile, I can see that you're a verified owner of them. And then she asked me, can I double your mushroom friend? And I'm like, seriously? You don't care what pet I want to double. You just want to double the one that you want. So she obviously wanted my mushroom friend. So then I guess she went to go and add those pets to her profile so that I could see that she wasn't lying. So right here is her profile before she made any changes. And then here is her profile after she made the change. And all she did was add, I know how to double pets. And then she traded me back again. And then she said, check out my profile. And I'm like, oh my gosh, just because you say, I know how to double pets doesn't mean that you know how to double pets. Then she asked me again if she could double my mushroom friend. We went back and forth, and I told her not to be a scammer. And then so she went into this whole thing, and you'll have to read the text, but it was pretty much like she said if I had had the pet twice, then she technically had doubled it. And I was like, no, that's not actually what it means. So for just a little bit, she had me convinced that she didn't actually know what she was doing with scamming. But then look what she typed to me right at the very end. She typed boo-hoo. And I'm like, what does that mean? Does that mean that she knows that she is a scammer or that she's not a scammer? Guys, I'm totally confused. And I can't believe that both of these scams took up so much of my time. But I just wanted to make you aware that they're out there and not to fall for them. Bye, guys. Until next time.